races on dirt, very hard to control, very exciting to watch.
To me, it's really cool. It's very exciting to be part of it. And
sprint cars look like they have a airplane wing on the top of them. 950 plus horsepower, 1,400 pound race car. Violent machines that are incredibly difficult to drive on a dirt track. Track conditions changing all the time, cars flipping, close finishes, just high intensity.
What my best version to explain it is the cars are loud, the cars are fast, they're dangerous. One person is in control when you're out on the racetrack. There's 24 of them, and the drivers race as hard as they can for 30 laps straight.
I'm Tony Laporta, and fans, welcome to High Limit Sprint Car Racing.
High Limit's, it's where it's at. It's a top series. I feel like the drivers, the guys that are on the road are obviously some of the best, and you're racing just as hard for 15th on back as you are for the win, and I mean maybe even harder back there. So
I'm Justin Peck, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
I think it's going to be tough. I think, you're going to see times when they might do super well, there might be podium or might get a win. Then, a few weeks later, they might not make the show. So that's it's a challenging part of High Limit, and I think we're all looking forward to the challenge.
But to go out and be a part of National Series, be a part of the High Limit Series, race all over the country, I love that aspect of it, and I'm just very honored to have the support of everybody back home.
And we're green.
It's cool to still race with these people, and it's going to be cool if one of us, of course, are going to come away the Rookie of the Year. So it's cool to be the first if that's going to be me.
Super blessed to have the opportunity and looking to put up a fight.
I'm Aaron Reutzel, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
High Limit Sprint Car Racing is high stakes, high rewards. Sprint cars are action-packed automobiles. Things happen fast, things happen out of control. You can be close to the action. It's dirty, it's loud, it rattles your brain, and you're not really sure what you're witnessing, but you like it.
I'm Tyler Courtney, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
My name is Chase Randall, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
From Las Vegas to Central California, Kubota High Limit Racing, the next stop on the tour is the Thunderbowl Raceway right here in Tulare, California for race number 2 of 2025 for the best sprint car drivers on the planet and one of the best racetracks on the planet. No doubt one of the best here in the state of California as well. Nice crowd filing into the parking lot and a great field of 4410 sprint cars back there in the pit area as well, ready to take on the 1/3 mile oval. I am Chase Rodman. That is Brad Kennedy right there as well. Be joining me in the booth all night long here at the Thunderbowl Raceway. Brad, a fantastic field of cars. First race of the season here at Thunderbowl. Second race of the year for High Limit Racing. A lot of stuff to look forward to here tonight.
Absolutely. 4410s of the Thunderbowl doesn't get much better than that. And we talk about throughout the year the toughest fields you race against. 40 of the best guys you can find in the country here tonight.
Right here. Absolutely right here tonight. There is so many good cars. You got to always think about the California guys when you come to this place. They're always going to be a factor. But we've got some guys that have never been here before as well that follow this series full time. And it's fun to see how they are able to interact with this racetrack here tonight. Now, the weather has been quite the talking point over the last few days here in this area. 66 degrees right now, 3-mile-per-hour winds, clear skies. So it's a pretty nice day here today, but it has been a Herculean effort just to get all of the trailers, all of the cars, and all the pit crews and everybody down into the pit area. We'll talk more about that here in just a moment, but we'll take a look at the race schedule for tonight. It is very much the same as what you saw last Saturday night at Las Vegas. It's hot laps kicking things off here at 5:45, qualifying 2 laps on the clock, 2 cars at the same time. 4 heat races, each of them will be 8 laps in distance. The dash roulette spin wheel will find out who will start where in the dash. 12-lap B main, 7-lap dash, and a 30-lap main event will pay $12,000 to win here this evening at the Thunderbowl Raceway. Now, if you want to learn more about this racetrack, well, we've got some track facts for you to take a look at here. Opened here back in 1980, 1/3 mile oval. Brad Sweet does hold the track record here. Was set back in 2018, March 15th, 12.582 by the Big Cat, and we'll see if he is able to maybe get close to that. With all that water that came in through the area over the last couple of days, Brad, I wouldn't say it's out of the question.
Absolutely not. I was actually talking to a buddy of mine earlier this week, said we might be seeing guys maybe in the low 12s here tonight. Track conditions have to be almost perfect to do it, but I think the track has rolled in really well as the team has done a great job getting all the moisture packed into the racetrack.
I mean, they have been doing a ton of work around this place here over the last couple of days, just trying to get it in serviceable condition to have this race here tonight, and indeed it is going to happen. Now, a guy that was also helping to roll the pit area in is Tony Laporta. Tony, you're hanging out down in the infield. What's it look like down there from your point of view?
Honestly, Chase and Brad, not only does the infield look really good down here, it looked good when we got here, which was surprising. We were able to put up all the signage that's traditional at a Kubota High Limit Racing event, and I think the track crew here has done a really good job. That was the talk, one of the concerns in the pit area as teams finally were able to move in, open up the back gate, and get cars out into the pit area. A lot of drivers and crew chiefs wondered, hey, is it going to be rough? Is it going to be really heavy? Is it going to feel like a whoops section going down the front or the back straightaway here tonight? But from what I can see, and I'm sure the cool shots you guys are getting watching live back on Flow right now, I think the track looks really, really great. It'll be interesting to see how it gets worked in throughout the night and how the track changes as the evening progresses. A little earlier, back in the pit area, I had the pleasure of catching up with Aaron Reutzel. Those of you who were watching with us back on Saturday at round 1 in Las Vegas probably saw a pretty scary moment happen when he pulled off the track pretty abruptly during the FK Rod Ends Dash. I got a chance to check up with him just a little while ago.
Here in Tulare, California, getting ready for what technically now is night number 2 of Kubota High Limit in 2025. Aaron Reutzel, very happy you are back with us. There was actually a little bit of doubt, a little bit of concern you might not be here after a really scary incident back in the dash at Las Vegas. From your perspective, give us the breakdown. What exactly happened?
I think it was just like best case scenario, that there was a rock about that big from what we saw in the helmet, and it came off Corey Day's car probably going 100-something backwards, and then I was going 100-something the other way. So I think it was just best case scenario where it hit everything. So it just went through. Luckily, all in all, it got me straight right here. Yeah. And just a few stitches. Thank God didn't get me in my eye either way. Yeah, it's just one of those freak deals we don't really see, but luckily, I think thank God we have MedStar with us, because Jay was on the scene immediately, and he immediately he took his head sock off and was applying pressure, and he did all he could to get me back out that night, because it was in my best interest at the time. Probably didn't need to go back out. We realized it later when we could not get it to stop bleeding, but super happy to have MedStar. I think that says a whole lot for the High Limit Series, having them out here every night, and I think that's just where we are above other series, is having them out there where they know and they're prepared for stuff like that, and it's just shows right there how great of a deal it is to have them out here. And like I said, he did all he could to stop the bleeding and everything, and it just was not going to happen without stitches. So off to the hospital I had to go, and it sucked to have that happen this early in the season, points running, being that fast at night. But I guess if you're going to look at the plus side of it, we did have a part failure in the A main, so I wasn't going to finish the A main either way. So if there was a night it was going to happen, I guess that was a good night for it to happen.
Aaron Reutzel, even with 2 very black and still a little bloody eyes, stitched up in a couple different places, somehow he is still able to see the good in a really bad situation. Maybe your new nickname's going to be Mr. Positivity. What do you think of that?
I don't know, man. It's probably wouldn't be that during race time, but
I get it.
No.
I get it. Well, we're glad you're okay. We're glad you're back behind the wheel of this Ridge & Sons Racing number 87, and we're going to be on track here in just a couple hours of the Tulare Thunderbowl.
Man, it was really good to talk to Aaron Reutzel. I know all of us in the rental car heading here from Vegas almost doubted that he'd be on track with the severity of the injury he sustained back during the FK Rod Ends Dash on Saturday night at Las Vegas. But that's just old school racer mentality. That's how his crew at the Ridge & Sons Racing number 87 described their driver, Aaron Reutzel. So he's not going to let the rock to the face at a couple 100 miles an hour. Stop him. He is back on track and ready to go here for night number 2 of Kubota High Limit Racing. He looked pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. I know I'm not exactly one that can comment on looks. Reutzel with those 2 black eyes, they were bloody. That's why he kept the sunglasses on. He looked rough. That's why he wanted to keep the shades on. I will tell you this, Chase, what doesn't look rough is my new, I don't want to flip the camera off right there. I almost did. My new friendship bracelet in the pit area at the Paul Silva, Kyle Larson, number 57. Kyle's young daughter, Audrey, is actually selling handmade friendship bracelets, 1 for $3, 2 for $5. That's what we call a hashtag deal out here on the road, being economical. Chase, I would try to get you to wear my friendship bracelets. You always throw them away. I'm not throwing this one away. It's from Audrey Larson. Fans, if you want to pick up a custom piece of jewelry from the Tulare Thunderbowl and a Kubota High Limit Racing event, you can go over there and visit Miss Larson. She is selling them all night long, I believe, outside the number 57 pit area. So I'm going to enjoy this. We got cars on track doing a little bit of engine heat, and we will be back as hot laps grow closer and closer. Live coverage of Kubota High Limit Racing continues here on FloRacing.
Motor heat going on right now here at the Thunderbowl Raceway in Tulare, California for race number 2 for Kubota High Limit Racing here in 2025. Hot laps coming up here very, very soon on the 1/3 mile oval. Before we get into that, let's take a look at the current point standings after one race in the books. You're going to see a couple of names on this board that are not racing with the series full time. Of course, Corey Day is one of them at the top after getting the win at Vegas. Kyle Larson second in points. He will also not be running the entire series. Brad Sweet, the first full-timer right there. He is third in points, then Tyler Courtney. Brady Bacon had a great run at Vegas. He is fifth in points right now. Austin McCarl, sixth. Justin Peck, one of our full-timers, in seventh, along with Brent Marks, eighth. Dominic Selzy here tonight, not one of the full-time drivers, but had a good run there in Vegas. And then Rico Abreu currently rounds out the top 10 in the series point standings with High Limit Racing after one race in the books. Now, one thing that you'll be able to do this year with High Limit Racing that you were not able to do last year is the ability to try and make a little bit of money with this this stuff here. We've got the odds on your screen now. Some of the best guys as far as the odds go. Kyle Larson is going to be one of them, plus 231 entering tonight. Corey Day right there behind him, plus 703. Brad Sweet at plus 976. Those are the top three guys in odds. Rico right there at plus 1,085. He was second in last year's feature event. Ryan Timms at plus 1,400. Former Outlaw winner here, Aaron Reutzel at plus 2,100. See a couple of other names right there down the order. But tonight's Rodman Risk, you put $10 on this, you're going to win $415, and you have the chance to win it. Shane Golovic, three-time Trophy Cup champion, finished 5th here with the Outlaws last year. And Brad, I feel like that is a pretty good guy to risk it on right there, maybe $5 or $10. Shane Golovic has been so good here in the past, two-time NARC winner. He's won with the Sprint Car Challenge Tour as well. You really can't go wrong with him.
Absolutely, and Shane Golovic is one of 3 drivers that have won 3 Trophy Cup titles here, Tim Kading and Jack Honshield, the other one. Shane is a master here at the Thunderbolt Raceway. He really knows how to get the car angled and drive underneath you and square you away, so Shane's going to be one to watch out for tonight.
Certainly is at plus 4155 on the High Limit Racing odds. If you want to compete in that, go to nxtbets.com/playhlr. When you get on there, it'll show you which platforms are available in your region. While there, make sure to claim a sign-up bonus and get involved with High Limit Racing. Always play responsibly. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. So cars are still making a raid around the racetrack right now. For the motor heat, next up will be Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We are a little bit behind. We're supposed to be hot lap about a minute ago, but with all the weather that came through over the last couple of days, going to take a little bit longer to get that track worked in. But before we do that and get into hot laps, we did want to throw to the Dirt 2 promo. The second episode came out earlier on today. If you would like to check it out, it is on FloRacing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll take a look at this.
Kubota High Limit Season 2 is here. The dirt track series that shook the world is back. Bigger, faster, and ready to make history. It all begins under the bright lights of Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada on March 13th. Kubota High Limit is over 60 races with nearly $6 million on the line, and the series that lets drivers call their own shots. Catch up with Dirt Season 2 on Flow March 13th. High Limit isn't just about competition, it's about freedom, where the best go head-to-head without limits. Join Brad Sweet, Tyler Courtney, Rico Abreu, and the biggest names in dirt racing as they battle for glory and take fans along for the wildest ride of the year. From the first green flag to the epic finale, High Limit is more than racing, it's a movement. Kubota High Limit is all in.
Yeah, Dirt 2 came out last week, the first episode. The second episode came out today. And Brad, I'm sure you watched the first episode, and absolutely fantastic stuff from everybody at the FloRacing, the production team and everything that goes into that. I mean, it is so well done. Absolutely, and it was really cool for me to see it, especially a lot of camera shots of my daughter Kinsley on there. So she's the one screaming with the pink headphones on in Dirt, the first episode of Dirt 2, so it was pretty cool, and pretty awesome to see episode 2. It's a good reminder of how awesome the event was here last August here at the Thunderbowl. Yeah, somebody mentioned me today that they forgot how good the race was here last year. Then they watched the second episode there of Dirt and were reminded that, man, it was a very, very good battle up front between Kyle Larson, Rico Abreu, Brad Sweet, James McFadden got up there, Cole Macedo was up there in the top 5 as well. And we've got a lot of the same names that are here tonight and some new ones who could potentially maybe spoil the party. Absolutely. You know, like last year we didn't have Aaron Reutzel. Aaron Reutzel won an Outlaw show here with very similar track conditions. A lot of rain came that week. It was pretty heavy, and Reutzel got his first Outlaw win here at the Thunderbowl on similar temperatures and similar circumstances here at the Thunderbowl. So a good night to rebound for Reutzel in this championship run. What a story that would be if he left in an ambulance at Vegas, came back, and was able to get a win the very next night out at Tulare's Thunderbowl Raceway. We'll have to wait and see if that is the case. A couple more cars coming around for engine heat, as the last couple are pulling on, last couple are pulling off. So when we come back from this break here on FloRacing, we should be back with Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Just about wrapped up here with motor heat at the Thunderbowl Raceway. We've got cars, looks like a couple of them over in the staging lane as of right now, but still waiting for a few more to get over there before we push them onto the racetrack for the first time. Before we get into it, we did want to thank a couple of our sponsors here while we got some time. The Kubota Highland Racing Rookie of the Year teams proudly display the Race Redeem Foundation logo to promote awareness about addiction. Started by Kevin Redeem after he tragically lost his son Race to a fentanyl overdose in 2016, the Race Redeem Foundation is empowering communities to fight addiction with the hope that others don't have to experience the pain that the Redeem family went through when they lost Race. To learn more about the foundation, visit raceredeem.org. Also wanted to say thanks to Jake's Golf Carts. They are the sponsor of the fastest lap in the feature. Jake's Golf Carts is the nation's premier club car dealer, has been supporting dirt track racing for over 30 years, and is proud to be the official golf cart supplier of High Limit Racing. Go to jakesgolfcarts.com and see why both teams and fans nationwide have always trusted Jake's Golf Carts for their golf cart and utility vehicle needs. Jake's sister company, JT Power Sports, supplies High Limit and race fans nationwide with Burmax pit bikes. Check them out at jtpowersports.us. And we'll also talk about K1 Race Gear. They are proud to be the official safety provider of High Limit Racing. More top-level drivers and teams across all forms of motorsports trust K1 Race Gear with their safety product needs. Whether it is premium custom suits, gloves, or shoes, K1 Race Gear has you covered. Find out more at www.k1racegear.com and follow us along at K1 Race Gear on all social media platforms. K1 Race Gear, they're the racer's brand of safety gear and apparel. Final one we'll talk about here before we get into hot laps is Musco Lighting. They are proud to be the official partner of High Limit Racing. As the world's leader in sports lighting, Musco's advanced solutions are featured everywhere, from local tracks to the biggest NASCAR and Formula One circuits around the globe. On behalf of the entire Musco team, they hope you enjoyed tonight's event. So we will have 6 groups of hot laps here, Brad, with 40 cars in attendance. And with those 40 cars, we'll split it right down the middle to 20 in each of our flights for qualifying here in just a little bit, as it looks like we do have our first couple of cars getting pushed onto the speedway now for Dirt Draft hot laps. Brad, who is the first car coming on the racetrack?
First car to hit the speedway, making his Tulare Thunderbolt debut in car number 42 from Apollo, Pennsylvania, in the Mercedes Motorsports, Acadia, Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting Coating, Mountain Mechanical, MAV Motorsports 42. That is a Race Redeemed rookie runner of Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42.
Cy Lynch making his way onto the racetrack, waiting for a couple more cars to get fired off. Cy, as we mentioned there, in his debut here at the Thunderbowl, a guy that is also challenging him for that Race Redeemed Foundation Rookie of the Year award this season. From Waco, Texas, the All-Ball Your Alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R. That is the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in car number 9R.
Rolling on the speedway now, he is now a 2-time Trophy Cup champion here at the Thunderbowl Raceway and your current point leader with Kubota High Limit. From Clovis, California, he drives for Jason Myers and the Myers Constructors, 4C's Construction, driven to save lives, Sander Engineering, Tally, 14 BC, that's Corey Day.
And also on the racetrack from Glendale, Arizona, the Gary Silver Ranches, Safety Clean, Moose's LZ Bar and Grill, Triple X Chassis, number 7 of Ashton Torgerson. Ashton Torgerson in car number 7.
And rolling on the speedway now, he is the all-time winningest driver here at the Thunderbowl Raceway. From San Jose, California, the Maxwell Race Engines, Amadco Disposal, Advanced Auto Center, Swimming Pool Perfection, Caps Powder Coating, car number 0, TK Tim Kading.
Good to see TK here with us tonight. Was not with us here at the Thunderbowl last year. Another car rolling on the back straightaway. From Fresno, California, the Tarleton & Son, SynCal Services, Ardent General, Power Source Electric. Number 121, that's Caden Steele. Caden Steele in car number 121.
Rolling on the speedway into turn number 3 now. He hails from Boise, Idaho. Or Billings, Montana, sorry about that. Billings, Montana for car number 28 of Joe Perry. Perry backed by C&L Service, JJM Performance, Velt Clothing, and Big Sky Speedway. Joe Perry making his Thunderbolt debut tonight.
So those are the cars in our first Dirt Draft hot lap session of the night. Basically a practice session for the drivers before they get into qualifying here in just a few moments. Dirt Draft has a new feature for 2025. It's called Dirt Draft Leagues. Allows users to create private multi-event competitions and leaderboards, going head-to-head with friends, family, rivals, or whomever they choose to invite. Users can customize the league length, weekly, monthly, season-long, or anything in between. Check out the Dirt Draft app to figure out how you can set up your own league for high-level racing here in 2025. The green flag is out on Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1. Fastest so far is Corey Day in the 14 BC, lap time of 14.120. And now Caden Steele goes to the top at 14.094, quickly surpassed by Corey Day at a 13.950. White flag in the air. Checkered is out, and the fastest driver in our first practice session of the night is Corey Day, 13.844, 13844. The lap time for Corey Day. Second quick is Caden Steele in the 121 at 13.884. Chase Randall in third at 13.902. Ashton Torgerson in fourth at a 14.218. And then fifth is Cy Lynch as of right now at a 14.337 seconds. Tim Kading in sixth, and seventh right now is Joe Perry of the 7 cars we have seen so far. Next group of cars will be getting pushed onto the speedway here momentarily, but Corey Day picking up right where he left off in Vegas after getting the win there over Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet. He is the fastest so far. We still have 5 more groups left to come out, though, before we can declare him the fastest here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps tonight. And as you mentioned, Corey Day, the defending winner, Trophy Cup Race of Champions.
Absolutely, and Corey knows how to get around this place. Spent a lot of time here, watching his father Ronnie race, and now Corey the last handful of years between NARC and Trophy Cups. So Corey knows how to get around this place. He loves banging the boards, and it's a recipe for good stuff for the 14 BC tonight.
See a couple of the teams out there with some tarps down. We mentioned the pit area. They've done a ton of work to it here to get it into this condition, and Corey Day and his team are taking a little extra precaution to keep things clean over there in their trailer. Brad, we got the next couple of cars rolling on now.
First car rolling on the speedway from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. He drives the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, car number 19. This is Brent Marks. Brent Marks in car number 19.
And also on the racetrack from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Hampel Oil, Joe Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining, and Excavating number 10. That is Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in car number 10.
Rolling on the speedway now, just picked up his first sprint car win a couple weeks back at the Stockton Dirt Track. He drives for Alan Bradway and Steve Tuccelli. And the Bushy Financial, C&H Motor Parts, Sierra Single Ply, Quick Change, Liquid Energy, car number X1 from Sassoon City, California. That's fast, Chance Grasty.
I did have one of those Quick Change energy drinks. They gave me one earlier today. It wasn't too bad, actually. I'll have to maybe get another one by the end of the night. Another car rolling onto the racetrack now at Hanford, California. That's the Netto Ag, Penny Newman Grain, Mechanics Choice, Vanderpool Petroleum. Number 88N, that's DJ Netto. DJ Netto in the 88N.
Rolling on the speedway now from Lemoore, California, in the Monarch Ford, Dawson Malden Construction, Legacy, California, Crown Limousine, car number 2K. That is Gage Garcia. Gage Garcia in car number 2K.
And also rolling onto the speedway now from Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Kane, Maximum Racing Oils, number 88, that is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88.
And rolling on the speedway now, he hails from Clute, Texas, the Fulton Brothers Trucking, STC, American Table, B&L Holdings, Power Plus, car number 87. It's Aaron Reutzel. Aaron Reutzel in car number 87.
Waiting on one more car to make its way onto the speedway, and there he is. It is the defending Kubota Highland Racing champion from Grass Valley, California. The Napa Auto Parts, Brumos Collection, Durst Incorporated Factory Kane, Self-Storage at Tehela. Number 49, the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. Green flag on Dirt Draft, Hot Lap Session number 2 here at the Thunderbowl. Aaron Reutzel goes straight to the top of the board. Make that 13.431 for car number 87. Brad Sweet second, Brent Marks third, and Ryan Timms fourth as the checkered comes out. Well, race fans, how about it from the ambulance in Vegas back here to Tulare? Aaron Reutzel, the fastest now in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, a 13:249 in car number 87 for the former World of Outlaws winner here at this speedway. Brad Sweet second at a 13:413. Third spot, Brett Marks at 13:436. Then Ryan Timms in fourth at 13:633, and Chance Grassi in the X1, 13:817. All those drivers in that last group.
Group number 3 rolling out on the speedway from Great Falls, Montana in the Owen Robinson Halftime Sports Bar. Tobacco Construction, Homeland Properties 24M of Ian Myers. Ian Myers in the 24M.
Also on the racetrack, one of our Race Redeem Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders from Northport, Florida, the Global Link Moxie Performance Sports Advisors Creative Products Group, number 24D. It's Danny Sams III. Danny Sams III in car number 24D.
Rolling through turns 3 and 4 from Lincoln, California, the California Waterfowl, Orion Helmets, K1 Race Gear, CVC Concrete 83T. That's Tanner Carrick. Tanner Carrick in the 83T.
From Jacksonville, Oregon, the Tarleton & Son, American Rock and Rent, Durst Incorporated High Performance Lubricants, number 21T. It is Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes in the 21T.
Rolling on a speedway now from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, Canada, in the Shark Racing Engines, Grinders Automotive and Marine, Saratoga Motorsports Parts, Malahat Auto Wrecking, and Cow Creek for the 21P of Robbie Price.
Should have one more car left to go here in this third Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. Aaron Reutzel, remember, he is the fastest right now at 13:249. Final car in this session is from Fremont, California. It's the NOS Energy Drink, Matt Wood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, number 17W. It is Sugar, Shane Golobic. Shane Golobic in the 17W. Green lights come on for the third practice session of the night here in Tulare. Fastest so far, Tanner Holmes at fourth quick at a 13:596. He is followed by Robbie Price, who is fifth quick, 13:605. Checkered flag coming out from the flag stand. So nobody able to leapfrog Aaron Reutzel. He is still the fastest so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at 13:249. But that guy right there, Tanner Holmes, ends up in fourth at a 13:596. So it's Reutzel, Brad Sweet, 13:413. Brent Marks third, 13:436. Then Holmes, and then Robbie Price in fifth at a 13:605. Ryan Timms, Tanner Carrick, Shane Golobic, Chance Grasty, and Corey Day round out the top 10 with still 3 more groups left to come out of the racetrack.
Rolling on Speedway now from Lubbock, Texas, in the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Green Landis Block, High Performance Lubricants, and FillPools.com for car number 5 of Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in car number 5.
And one of our full-time contenders at Lebanon, Indiana, the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally, Altry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition. Number 14, it's Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 14.
From Enumclaw, Washington, the PGH Excavating, Siler's Concrete, Missile Motorsports, Big Mountain Enterprises, car number 19T of Colby Thornhill. Colby Thornhill in the 19T.
And also rolling onto the speedway from Altoona, Iowa, the Country Builders Construction, Ochiko West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking. Number 88W, it is the big unit, Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl in the 88W.
Final card hit the speedway. He is a runner for the Race Redeem Foundation Rookie of the Year campaign. From Locust Grove, Oklahoma, in the Avanti Windows, Indoors Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Coastal Race Parts, Jen Moore Florist, car number 13 of Dazen Pursley. Dazen Pursley in the 13.
Another car appearing on the back straightaway from Enumclaw, Washington, the Kane Screen Print Brumos Collection, Matman Designs, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailers number 9 of Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. As the flagman gives them the signal to get them up to speed, we're underway with our 4th hot lap session of the night. Austin McCarl jumped into the top 5. Fourth quick for the 88W car at 13,492. Casey Kane goes up to 7th quick. Baston now into the top 5 in car number 14. Well, fastest in that group and 4th quickest overall, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, it's Dason Persley at 13,436. Actually tied with Brent Marks right now for 3rd quick on the speed charts. Aaron Reutzel still the best, 13,249. Brad Sweeten 2nd, 13,413. Then Brent Marks and Dason Persley 3rd and 4th. Spencer Baston is 5th at a 13,466. Then Casey Kane, Austin McCarl, Tanner Holmes, Robbie Price, and Colby Thornhill, the top 10 so far.
Rolling on Speedway now from Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, Spires Motorsports, Ellipse Custom Trailers and Carts, Brant Cambridge, car number 7, BC Sunshine, Tyler Courtney.
And also rolling trackside now from Lemoore, California, the Monarch Ford, Dawson Maldine Construction, Legacy California Crown Limousine, number 2K of Gage Garcia. Gage Garcia in the 2K.
Rolling on Speedway now. And car number 78 from Reeder, North Dakota, in the Wagner Aeronautical Larson Construction, the Shark Outfitters, car number 78 of Bill Wagner. Bill Wagner in car number 78.
And also rolling onto the racetrack now, podium finish here last year with High Limit Racing from St. Helena, California. The Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, Pacific Boring, Stadelhofer Construction, Waste Connections, ArcZone.com. Number 24, it's Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the 24.
Rolling on the Speedway now from Hollister, California. He drives for Josh Ford Motorsports and the NOS Energy Drink. Willen Auto Display, MPE Environmental, car number 73. It's Ryan Bernal. Ryan Bernal in car number 73.
Couple more cars left to come onto the racetrack. There's the next one out of Monrovia, Indiana, the Skagit Speedway Race Shooting Foundation for Performance, Hager Realty Services, Routine Management, number 26. It is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26. Looks like we're going green here on this 5th practice session as they get up to speed now on the 1/3 mile. And a problem as Gage Garcia is off the pace on the back straightaway. Gage Garcia coming to a slow stop in car number 2K on the back straightaway. The young driver out of Lemoore, California with an issue. I think he came out earlier on in the going as well, so might be fighting some issues with that car. Did not qualify for the feature here with High Limit Racing in 2024. But Gage Garcia, former winner here at the Thunderbowl, got a Kings of Thunder victory here back in 2023. That is a 360 division. So it looks like we're going to leave Garcia in the infield until the end of this practice session. Drivers getting back up to speed now. No drivers in the top 10 yet. 13th quick right now is Tyler Courtney, and a 13.667 seconds. Right behind him is Abreu in 14th. Now Rico goes into the top 10. Tyler Courtney up to 5th now, 13.457. So Tyler Courtney, the fastest there in that group, and he's 5th overall at 13.457. Aaron Reutzel still P1. Then Brad Sweet, Brent Marks, Dason Persley, Courtney, Spencer Baston 6th, 7th with Casey Kane, 8th is Austin McCarl, 9th is Tanner Holmes, and 10th is Robbie Price. With what should be one group left to come out onto the racetrack for practice, then we'll get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Up 2 cars on the racetrack at the same time, going for 2 laps around the Thunderbolt and see if we can get anywhere near that track record. Right now, about 0.7 of a second off of the track record set by Brad Sweet here back in 2018. Once again, that time, a 12.582. And just a reminder, our fastest time so far, a 13.249. So a lot of work to do, Brad, as we continue on.
Rolling the speedway now from Hanford, California. He drives the Netto Ag Penny Newman Grain. Car number 88N, that's DJ Netto. DJ Netto in car number 88N.
Netto was scheduled for the second hot lap session, but he comes out here in the final one as we continue to roll on. Dominic Gordon out there on the racetrack as well at Clovis, California. The Gary Silver Ranches, Smith Titanium, JI Apparel, MPD Racing, number 10X.
Looks like DJ Netto might have had problems earlier. I think I saw him pull into the infield as he exits the racetrack, so we'll see if they got the mechanical gremlins figured out on the 88N. Rolling the speedway now, Chase. He is the newest winner of the West Coast Nationals at the Red Bluff Outlaw Karts. He drives for Josh Bates, Roger, and Lori Hamilton. Car number 21L from Rio Oso, California. The Lippert Construction, Dan Ewert Sales, Cloud Valve Company, Vinyltech, Specified Pipe, 21L. That's Landon Brooks.
And also making his way onto the racetrack now from Templeton, California. He drives the David Cry Engineering, Stay Paso, Luxton Real Estate, Woodland Auto Display, number 3 of Caleb Montgomery. Caleb Montgomery in car number 3.
From Fresno, California, the Pacific Boring Circle, J5 Farms, M&L Plumbing, MetTech Titanium, car number 14E. That's Mariah Eade. Mariah Eade in the 14E.
They want to give a shout out to Montgomery, 13th place at Las Vegas last week. A huge night for him, his first ever half-mile race, and he ends up in the 13th position. Also rolling onto the racetrack now from Fresno, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Superchargers, number 41S. It is Dominic Selzy. Dominic Selzy in the 41S.
From Discovery Bay, California, rolls on the speedway now. The Gary Silver Ranches, Vallejo Coin Exchange, Bowman & Sons Trucking, A1 Heating and Air, car number 83V, car owners Dave and Debbie Vitrullo. That's Dylan Bloomfield. Dylan Bloomfield in the 83V.
And the final car rolling onto the speedway for Dirt Draft Hot Laps here tonight from Elk Grove, California. The FloRacing, Finley Farms, HendrickCars.com, Falcons Brothers Trucking, Works Limited, JVI Group, number 57 of Young Money, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson in the 57. Do have one more car making its way on the racetrack now, Brad.
The defending King of California makes his way on the speedway now from Aromas, California. The Meat Tree Construction, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, High Performance Lubricants, car number 2X of Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders in the Demo Meat Tree 2X.
So those are the drivers in our final practice session of the night before we get into Capital's Custom Trailer qualifying. The lap time they are trying to achieve is a 13.249 held by Aaron Reutzel. He is the fastest so far. As the green lights come on, final practice session's underway. Caleb Montgomery, so far the fastest. Kyle Larson, that goes up to the 9th spot at 13.556. Montgomery, now Sanders the next best at 18th. Quick Selzy jumps to 16th. Brooks 17th. Montgomery up to 11th now. Well, on his final time by the line, Dominic Selzy, the fastest in that group in car number 41, 13.542, good enough for 9th overall in Dirt Draft Hot Laps for Dominic Selzy. Aaron Reutzel, the fastest overall in practice, 13.249 for car number 87. Brad Sweet second, Brent Marks third, Jason Persley fourth, and Tyler Courtney fifth. Spencer Baston, Casey Kane, Austin McCarl, Dominic Selzy, and Kyle Larson round out the top 10 in practice times here tonight at the Thunderbowl. As we now roll into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying, they are the #1 Renegade Motorhome dealers and the #1 Intech trailer dealers. No one sells more Motorhomes or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Motorhome or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at www.capitalrenegade.com. Mentioned it earlier, the track record, March 15th of 2018, Brad Sweet turned a lap time of 12.582 seconds. As we roll into qualifying now, first 2 cars hitting the racetrack.
First driver on the speedway, he is the all-time wingest driver here at the Thunderbowl Raceway from San Jose, California. The Maxwell Race Engines at Matco Disposal, Advanced Auto Center, Swing Pool Perfections, Caps, Powder Coating, car number 0, it's TK Tim Kading. And also on the speedway from Glendale, Arizona, the Gary Silver Ranches, Safety Clean, Moose's LZ Bar and Grill, Triple X Chassis, car number 7, that's Ashton Torgerson. First lap time for TK was a 13.598, Torgerson a 14.047. Second lap time for TK is a little bit better, a 13.526. Second lap time for the 7 of Torgerson is better also, a 13.785. TK's quick time right now, a 13.526. Ashton Torgerson in the 7 is second, a 13.785.
Have the drivers take the detour through the infield back to the pit area, and we will roll our next 2 qualifiers onto the racetrack here in just a few moments. But Tim Kading does set the mark at 13.526. Rolling onto the racetrack now for qualifying out of Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical Mab Motorsports. Number 42, this is Cy Lynch. He is joined on the racetrack by the driver to Billings, Montana, the CNL Service, JJM Performance, Velt Clothing, Big Sky Speedway, number 28 of Joe Perry. Both drivers in their Thunderbolt debut. Lap 1 for Cy Lynch is second quick, 13.723. 1.3723. Joe Perry, first time by, 13.922. 13.922. Cy Lynch on lap number 2. He will be to the top, 13.465. 1.3465. Cy Lynch now the fastest so far. In Capital Custom Trailer qualifying, Joe Perry was slower on lap 2. First one was better, 13.922 for car number 28.
Chase, Cy Lynch has never been here to the Thunderbowl. He said they've thrown the most unique setup they've ever got on it. It's like a PlayStation setup, he says.
It's working so far, Tony.
Next 2 cars on the speedway now. He is now a 2-time Trophy Cup champion and your current point leader with Kubota High Limit. From Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, Striven to Save Lives, Standard Engineering, Tally, 14 BC, it's Corey Day. And also on the speedway from Fresno, the Tarleton & Son Incorporated, SynCal Services, Art General, Power Source Electric, 121 of Caden Steele. First lap time for Corey Day was a 13.652. That's currently 3rd quick. And Caden Steele is 4th quick at 13.716. Lap 2 for Corey Day stays 2nd quick, a 13.753. Second lap time for Caden Steele slows down a little bit. That's a 13.728. 4th quick for Caden Steele, 3rd quick for the 14 BC of Corey Day.
So Cy Lynch still holds the top spot here in Flight A of qualifying. We will qualify 20 cars. They will all heat race against each other. And then we'll qualify 20 more. They will heat race against each other in heat races 3 and 4. Next 2 cars out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Here is the Hampel Oil, Joel Pitch and Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining and Excavating, number 10 of Ryan Timms. And also on the racetrack from Waco, Texas, the All Ball Your Alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flat Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R, it's Chase Randall. Chase Randall, the 9R, Ryan Timms in the 10. Timms on lap 1. He will be 4th quick, 13.713, 1.3713. Randall, first time by the line, 2nd quick, 13.496, 1.3496. Ryan Timms, lap number 2. He is now back to 4th quick, 13.611. And for Chase Randall on lap number 2, to the top, 13.383, 1.3383. Chase Randall now shows the way here in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying.
Chase, it's almost like the track's getting a little bit better in 1 and 2, starting to clean off a little bit. 3 and 4 starting to take really nice shape as well. Next 2 cars on the speedway from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Babs Paint, Live Wire Customs, car number 19, that's Brent Marks. And also on the speedway from Sassoon City, California, the Bushy Financial, C&H Motor Parts, Sierra Single Ply, Quick Change, Liquid Energy, X1 of Fast Chance Grasty. Lap 1 for Brent Marks is 8th quick, a 13.885, 1.3885, 8th quick for Brent Marks. Lap number 1 for the X1 of Chance Grassley. He's now 8th quick, a 13.845. Marks looking for a little bit more on lap number 2. How about it? 2nd quick for the 19 of Brent Marks, 13.423. Chance Grassley on lap number 2 is better and move him up to 8th quick, a 13.719. But how about it? Brent Marks, 2nd quick now in car number 19.
10 cars into the 20 cars total in Flight A of qualifying. Here comes your next two qualifiers. And a Hanford, California. He drives the Netto Ag, Penny Newman Grain, Mechanics Choice, Vanderpool Petroleum. Number 88N, it's DJ Netto. And the fastest driver overall in hot laps earlier on this evening from Clute, Texas, the Falcons Brothers Trucking, STC, American Table, B&L Holdings, Power Plus. Number 87 of Aaron Reutzel. Lap 1 for DJ Netto. He is 9th quick, 13.762. 1.3762. Reutzel on lap number 1 is 4th quick, 13.521. 1.3521. DJ Netto's second time across the line. He will slow down to a 13.766. And for Aaron Reutzel on lap number 2, to the top. 13.194. 1.3194. You don't think this guy came to play in 2025? Check that right there. To the top midway through Flight A of qualifying.
Aaron Reutzel come to the Thunderbolt to play ball as next two drivers on the speedway now. From Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium, Factory Cane, Max Raceway is 88. That's Tanner Thorson. And your defending Kubota High Limit champion on the speedway now. From Grass Valley, California, the Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Durst Corporate, Factory Cane, Self-Storage of Tuhelma, that is Brad Sweet. Lap number 1 for Thorson, 11th quick, 13.772. Sweet goes 3rd quick on lap number 1 to 13.408. Sweet 3rd quick. Tanner Thorson on lap number 2 is faster but stays 12th quick at 13.769. Brad Sweet on lap number 2 will stay at 3rd quick at 13.498.
Have about 6 cars left to qualify here in Flight A. It's all Aaron Reutzel by almost 0.2 of a second at 13.194. Next 2 cars rolling onto the racetrack now. From Jacksonville, Oregon, he drives the Tarleton & Son American Rock and Rent Durst Incorporated High Performance Lubricants, number 21. Here is Tanner Holmes. Hooked the cushion big time down there in turn 1. Also on the racetrack with him out of Northport, Florida, the Global Link, Moxie Performance Sports Advisors, Creative Products Group number 24D, it's Danny Sams III. Lap 1 for Tanner Holmes, 8th quick, 13.613, 1.3613. Danny Sams on lap number 1 is 7th quick, 13.533, 1.3533. Tanner Holmes, lap number 2, 5th quick, 13.441, 1.3441. Danny Sams, Thunderbolt debut, lap number 2, he will slow down, 13.869. First lap better, 13.533. He is 8th quick, Tanner Holmes, 5th of 16 cars in Flight A.
Rolling on the speedway now, he is a 3-time Trophy Cup champion here at the Thunderbolt Raceway. Originally from Fremont, California, now calls Roseville home. He drives for Matt Wood and Matt Wood Racing, NOS Energy Drink, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, 17W, Sugar, Shane Golobic. And from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, Canada, and car number 21P, it's the Shark Racing Engines, Grinders Automotive, Marine, Saratoga Motorsports Park, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Cal Creek, 21P of Robbie Price. 8th quick on lap number 1 for Shane Golobic at 13.528. And now 7th quick for Robbie Price at 13.493. Lap number 2 for Shane Golobic is a little bit longer at 13.697. 9th quick for Shane Golobic. Lap number 2 for Robbie Price stays 7th quick at 13.753. Robbie Price 7th, Shane Golobic 9th.
2 more cars left to qualify in Flight A. And then we'll get right into Flight B. The first car you see on the racetrack making his High Limit Racing debut. It's going to be the driver that hails from Great Falls, Montana, the Owen Robinson Halftime Sports Bar, Tobacco Construction, Homeland Properties, number 24 Emmett Ian Myers. And also qualifying now from Lincoln, California, the California Waterfowl, Rye Helmets, K1 Race Gear, CVC Concrete, 83T Tanner Carrick. Lap 1 for Myers. He's got a 360 engine under the hood. It's a 15.089, 15089. Lap 1 for Tanner Carrick. He will be 19th quick at 13.942, 13942. Ian Myers, lap 2, 14.923. He does improve. And for Carrick on lap number 2, he will improve as well to 12th quick at 13.619, 13619. 12th quick for Tanner Carrick and 20th for Ian Myers. But Flight A of qualifying is going to go to the way of Aaron Reutzel at 13.194. Car number 87, fastest in Flight A. We'll see if he's fastest overall, though, Brad, because Flight B is coming up here in just a moment.
Track looking in really good condition. With the amount of rain we've had, it's actually widened out quite nicely. I thought it might be a little rough and heavy, but she's starting to slick off on both ends of the speedway now here at the Thunderbolt. So a tip of the cap to the entire crew here at the Thunderbolt Raceway. Group B fires off. First driver to hit the speedway. He hails from Enumclaw, Washington. Kane Screen Print, Brumo's Collection. Matt Mann Designs at HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailers, car number 9. It's the Raging Kane of Casey Kane. And on the clock now in car number 13 from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Avanti Windows Big Sprint Car Wash. Car number 13, that is Dayson Pursley. First lap time for Casey Kane, a 13.610. Pursley now takes a quick time of 13.599. Pursley also backed by Water Treatment by Design, Coastal Race Parts as well. Lap number 2 for Casey Kane retakes the top spot at 13.570. Second lap time for Dayson Pursley slows down a little bit at a 13.676. And get a road down there, Chase.
Yeah, Pursley missed the turn there, but he'll just take a little different approach to getting back to the pit area. It's all right. Dayson Pursley in his rookie year with High Limit as we continue on. Next qualifier to Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Creek Landis Block, High Performance Lubricants, philpools.com. Number 5, here is Brenham Crouch. And also on the racetrack from Lebanon, Indiana, the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14 of Spencer Baston. Lap 1 for Crouch, he is going to be third quick, 13.827, 1.3827. Spencer Baston, lap 1, he is to the top, 13.525, 1.3525. Lap number 2 for Brenham Crouch. He will be better, stays fourth, 13.794, 1.3794. Baston tries the bottom off of turn 4, and it does not work out. He is slower on lap number 2. First one was better and fastest so far in Flight B at 13.525 seconds.
Next set of qualifiers hit the speedway now. From Altoona, Iowa, the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, 88W. It's the big unit, Austin McCarl. And also on the speedway from Enumclaw, Washington, the PGH Excavating, Siler's Concrete, Missile Motorsports, Big Mountain Enterprises, 19T of Colby Thornhill. Lap number 1 for Austin McCarl is to the top. It's a 13.483, 1.3483 quick time for Austin McCarl. Lap number 1 for Colby Thornhill, 6 quick at 13.925, 1.3925 for Thornhill. Second lap time a little bit longer for McCarl, 13.529. Second lap time for Thornhill as he's going to kiss the concrete in turn number 4. Lap number 2 better, but stays 6 quick at 13.794. New driver at the top of the speed charts, the 88W of Austin McCarl, 13.483.
14 more cars left to qualify. Here come your next 2. Out of St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu, Kerbeck Engineering Racing, Pacific Boring, Stadelhofer Construction, Waste Connections, ArcZone.com. Number 24 here is Rico Abreu. And also on the racetrack from Reeder, North Dakota. Driving the Wagner Aeronautical, Larson Construction, the Shack Outfitters, number 78 of Bill Wagner. Lap 1 for Rico is going to be 5th quick, 13.641, 1.3641. Bill Wagner in his Thunderbolt debut, lap 1, is going to be a 15.560, 1.5560. And for Abreu on lap number 2, he is to the top, 13.424, 1.3424. Rico Abreu now goes to the top of the board. Bill Wagner, second time by the line. He will slow down to a 16.138. First one better, 15.560. So Rico P1, Bill Wagner 8th. Of the 20 cars, we had 8 runs so far, got 12 more to go, making it even 20 in Flight B.
Next 2 drivers that hit the speedway, and car number 2K had issues in hot laps. Looks like that car's still not up to snuff for the Lemoore, California driver of Gage Garcia. As he rolls down the front straightaway, might take a right-hand turn back to the rig. Hopefully that team gets it figured out in the pit area. So Tyler Courtney, as track is under yellow, he has to wait till he gets to the midpoint of the back straightaway underneath the Thunderbolt Raceway sign before he can get up to speed. That way he doesn't have an advantage of mile an hour for his first lap under time. Tyler Courtney from Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink Inspired Motorsports, Ellipse Custom Trailers and Carts, Brant and Gamebridge for car number 7 BC of Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Sunshine gonna zinger down the back straight in turns 3 and 4. Car looks really nice and balanced through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 1 for Sunshine is third quick, a 13.516, 13.516 for the runner-up in 2024 with the Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series. He's gonna push it through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 2 for Sunshine is a little bit longer though, a 13.582, third quick nonetheless for the 7BC of Tyler Courtney.
So still got about 10 more cars left to qualify. Here come a pair of California locals making their way on the racetrack now. Out of Templeton, California, the David Cry Engineering, Stay Paso, Luxton Real Estate. Woodland Auto Display number 3 of Caleb Montgomery. And also on the racetrack from Discovery Bay, California, the Gary Silva Ranches, Vallejo Coin Exchange, Bowman and Sons Trucking, Air One Heating and Air. Number 83V here is Dylan Bloomfield. Lap 1 for Caleb Montgomery. He is going to be third quick, 13.513. 13.513. Lap 1 for Dylan Bloomfield. He's 10th quick. Third, make that 14.246. 14.246. Montgomery, second time by the line. Second quick, 13.462. 13.462. Dylan Bloomfield, lap number 2. He will improve but stays 10th quick, 13.837. 13.837. Caleb Montgomery second and Dylan Bloomfield 10th of 12 cars in Flight B.
Next try to roll on the speedway. He hails from Hollister, California. He drives for Josh Ford Motorsports, the NOS Energy Drink, Inland Ring, MP Environmental, Woodland Auto Display 73. That is Ryan Bernal. Ryan Bernal in car number 73. And joining him from Monrovia, Indiana, the Skagit Speedway, Race Routine Foundation, Ford Performance, Hager Realty Services, and Routine Management for car number 26 of Justin Peck. Lap number 1 for Ryan Bernal, 8th quick, a 13.615. 13.615 for lap number 1 for Bernal. Lap number 1 for Justin Peck, 11th quick, a 13.805. Lap 2 for Bernal is faster but stays 8th quick, a 13.607. Lap number 2 for Justin Peck is better but stays 10th quick, a 13.703.
6 cars left to qualify here in Flight B. Here come your next 2. Out of Fresno, California, she drives the Pacific Boring, Circle J5 Farms, M&L Plumbing, MedTech Titanium. Number 14E, it is Mariah Ead. And also powering up from Yuba City, California, the Limper Construction, Danny Word Sales, Claw Valve Company, Vinyl Tech, Specified Pipe, number 21L, it's Landon Brooks. Landon Brooks in the 21L, Mariah Ead in the 14E. Lap 1 for Mariah, she'll be 13th quick, 14.344. And for Landon Brooks on lap 1, 10th quick, 13.679, 13.679. Mariah did come out to Vegas, was unable to make the show there on the half mile. Lap number 2, she will improve to a 14.207. Lap 2 for Landon Brooks, better to ninth quick so far, 13.629, 13.629. Landon Brooks 9th and Mariah Ead 14th. With 4 cars left to time trial.
On the speedway now, he hails from Elk Grove, California, in the FloRacing, Finley Farms, HendrickCars.com, Fulton Brothers Trucking, Works Limited, JVI Group, car number 57, Young Money, Kyle Larson. And also on the speedway, 2-time King of California from Fresno, California, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Industries, 41 of Dominic Selzy. Line over for Larson, quick time, 13.249. Quick time for Kyle Larson, third quick for Dominic Selzy, a 13.450. Larson pushes a little bit through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 2 for Larson, longer. Lap number 1 was quick time. Second lap time for Dominic will stay third quick, a 13.867. But how about it, race fans? Quick time, Kyle Larson, 13.249.
Brad, I think you were looking at your notes there on the second lap. He was biked up off a 2 and almost flipped it over right there. He was absolutely pushing it right there, but Larson fastest in Flight B over Rico Aber. Looks like we do have 1 more car left to go here. Make that 2 more cars, excuse me. 2 more cars left to run. Next up, This is the driver out of Clovis, California, the Gary Silver Ranches, Smith Titanium, JI Apparel, MPD Racing number 10. That's Dominic Gordon. And also on the racetrack, the defending NARC champion of Aromas, California, the MidTreeConstruction.com, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, High Performance Winter Mix number 2X of Justin Sanders. Lap 1 for Dominic Gordon, 17th quick, 14.445, 1.4445. Sanders lap 1, 11th quick, 13.612, 1.3612. Dominic Gordon, lap number 2. He will improve to 17th quick, 13.914. And Justin Sanders, lap number 2, 8th quick, 13.537, 1.3537. So Justin Sanders was 8th and Dominic Gordon 17th. And that will make it official. Kyle Larson, fastest overall in Flight B here tonight, 13.249 seconds. And that is fastest overall. Rico Abreu second, Dominic Scelzi third, Caleb Montgomery fourth, and Austin McCarl fifth. And Brad, we'll get a look at it here. This is the quick lap, but the second one is one I want you to watch because you missed it here. He bikes up in 2 and almost tips it right over.
Drives in hard on the bike. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like what Tanner Holmes did last year in qualifying here. It kind of gets on the bike, sails in there, and fights a little bit of push in 3 and 4 there, but epic save from Larson. How about a testament to the racetrack here tonight? You're basically 37th qualifier that comes out, goes quick time overall. How about it, Thunderbolt?
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible stuff there. Great stuff from him, and Aaron Reutzel fastest overall in Flight A as well. So things are already getting off to an interesting start here at Tulare. We've still got a lot more action to come, including 4 heat races, a B main, a dash, and a feature. We'll do it all when we come back here on FloRacing.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your